All right, this is the continuance of chapter number 4, coordinating office communication. All right, guys. Okay, supposedly we are in the content of number 3, which is communication flow. All right. So um what do we have in communication flows? All right, there are three types of communication flows. Three types. Okay, number one is upward. Next is downward and horizontal or laterally. Okay, so we go first to the further discussion or explanation for downward. All right, as you see this slide showing the downward communication flow that happening in a bank. All right, so we can see clearly downward communication is a basic communication from top management to the lower management. From the branch manager, they convey the communication or messages to the marketing, finance, and operation manager, and the three managers, they will um, flowing down the information to BDO, cashier, and officer. All right, so let's talk more about the downward communication. So it can be said that downward communication is the flows vertically from top from top to organization to one or more levels below. So this flows is used by many administrative office managers in order to keep their subordinates being informed the latest information. Number two is to give them the job related instructions. It is true. So we need to use this flow of communication in order to give instruction so that the employees understand about what the top management um, specification towards the job and also the standards. Number three, to provide the subordinates with feedback regarding their job performance. After one of the employee has completed a job or a task, so the top management or the manager will take his responsibility by giving feedback so that the employee or the subordinates may improve for the next project or for the next task. Okay, continue. All right, moving on. What are the factors that affect the success of downward communication? So, as the top management, we want the communication to be succeed. All right. So let's see the factors. Number one, appropriateness of communication channel. What is channel best in order to convey the messages? All right. For example, if you need to convey the messages urgent or it is an emergency messages, so you need to use the channel of telephone rather than email. Number two, the timing and clarity of the messages. The timing and the specification or description of the messages should be understood by the employees so that they know the expectation by the top management. Number three, the attitudes of those involved in the communication process. So, the attitude, supposedly, and apparently it must be positive attitudes with the intention to convey the messages, not to making other different ways or that making the conveying of information unsuccessful. Okay, what are the types of downward communication? For example, job instructions, job rationale, the procedures and practices that we being told by the top management, and as a manager we convey the letters or updated procedures practices to the employees, giving feedback based on what the employees have done especially their work performance, indoctrination. Okay, guys. All right, the downward communication has completed. Now we're moving on to the upward communication. What make this upward communication different to the downward communication? As you see the slide showing the flows from the bottom level people or staff, they conveying or expressing their ideas or contributing their ideas to the upper level management. As you see, PDO, cashier, and officer, they provide information to the marketing, finance, and operation managers respectively. Then the managers will will bring the information to the branch manager to be processed. All right. All right. Okay. Um, Upward communication. Okay. This flows particularly from one level to the organization or more levels above. It is used by employees in order to convey their supervisors about their feelings, their ideas, their aspirations, and attitudes. So the upper level management knows what the employees needs, their comments, and also taking the contribution of ideas for the company's success. Let's see the channels. Okay, the upward communication channels used in office mainly in order to provide the office manager or supervisor with their feedback, indicating whether the messages transmitted downward has been received and understood by all employees. If, for example, right? For example, um, as an office manager, whenever we receive the different interpretation by the employees about the updated procedures, from that situation, we can do in order to improve and make adjustments so that the employees understand what they interpret is wrong or different, and we can do the correction based on this upward communication. Number two, to transmit information needed for higher level decision making. As employees, we want to show our um, belongingness to the to the company, so we provide the or contributing the idea, and we may also gain the respect or reward from the idea contribution. Number three, to pass along suggestion for system improvement and changes in policies. This could be in a way to improve the productivity, the communication effectiveness from top management to the bottom or lower management. Number four, to give employees the chances to ask questions, to make complaints, and to express satisfaction or dissatisfaction with the way office activities are being managed. Right? So all of this, these channels is used in order to give back to the company in terms of improving productivity and effectiveness, efficient, and also efficient of work performance. Next, let's see the variables that affect the success. What are the variables or the factors that may affect the success of upward communication? It could be the nature of the relationship between the subordinate and manager that um, should be remain in a positive way. Um, it's not because of the bias, the prejudice that may affect the upward communication. It must be natural relationship. Number two, the quality of the subordinates presentation of the message. Next, the extent to which the content of message is positive or negative. Alright, okay. Even it is the information, the content of message is negative, but as the top level management, they must accept and understanding and give a good interpretation of what the meaning and the meaning of content that being delivered by the employees. Number four, the timeliness of the message. Number five, the extent to which the substance of the message is useful. Alright, so we as the bottom or lower level management, we also must consider about these variables in order to make we, the both of parties, the top and bottom or lower level management, can gain a mutual agreement, understanding in order to improve the company's performance. What are the problems in upward communication? It could be because of the unwillingness or inability of supervisor to encourage feedback of employees' viewpoints and reactions. This one of the problem. So as the upper level management, right, giving feedback regularly or frequently is very important so that the employees knows what are their strengths and weaknesses and the areas they need to improve for future. Number two, supervisors or managers lack of empathy. Mhm. The organization may also fail to provide managers and supervisors with an adequate understanding of the importance of communication and sufficient training in developing a high level of communication skill. This one of uh, the action that need to be taken and put into high consideration by the company or management. Supervisors may stifle complaints or block reports of dissatisfaction from employees, which is unfair to the employees. The supervisor or manager may be poor listeners and hear only what he or she wants to hear. Therefore, this is other problem, and we hope that the company may do something or taking actions, correct action in order not to letting all of these problems to be become worse or to be letting these problems to be happen as it may becoming habit, a normal to the top level management. All right. However, okay, as we understand about the problems, we may gain ideas. The significance of this problem may putting risk to the company's operation, especially. Okay, what are the formal upward communication channel that would help in minimizing upward communication problem? So, we can offer the employer suggestion system to the employees. So, what is employee suggestion system? ESS. It is a channel of upward communication in which employees offers ideas that result in cost reduction and eliminate inefficiency and waste. It is also used a means of building morale, spirits, enthusiasm among office employees, workers, and of getting workers to think about more serious about their job that could lead to the loyalty and organizational commitment. Most employees are eligible to participate in the system, and employees are normally rewarded for each suggestion that being accepted and implemented by the company. Okay, next in upward communication. Alright, grievance handling procedures. What is grievance? Grievance is an employee's complaint about a work related matter, rumors, issues that bring up by the employees. whenever they feel they are mistreated or not equally treated by the management. Grievance handling procedure is a channel whereby employees' complaint can be officially investigated and attended to by the management. This procedure assures the employees that their complaints are taken seriously by management. So the organization may also recognize that complaints do exist in the office and what they should do. Ah, they should be considered a normal part of supervising office works. Guys, alright. Downward, upward completed now is horizontal communication. Horizontal is what? It's a flow between individuals of equal hierarchical rank and is informal than either downward and upward communication. We can say that downward and upward communication is official communication flow. But the horizontal communication, it is informal, which people in the same rank they can communicate informal or casual for some reasons. All right. Horizontal communication takes place between individuals of equal hierarchical rank and more informal. Okay, again. The presentation are among of the communication tools that can be used as to demonstrate, to give lecture, speeches, reports, and more. In these slides is showing the communication between manager, finance manager, and operation manager, which they are in the same rank or hierarchical rank. Right below VDO, cashier, and officer, they can communicate informal by getting information or exchanging information for the purpose of communication, efficient success, and the company success as well. What is the purpose of horizontal communication? Task coordination. So that we, as the people or workers in the same rank, we know that we coordinate the tasks equal to everyone. Problem solving. We may exchange ideas or giving opinions to each other in order to get this solution to the problem. Sharing information, conflict resolution, and building rapport. Let's see the functions of horizontal communication. It helps employees fulfill their socialization needs, where they can communicate informal. It helps employees and departments coordinate their activities with one another, helping others better understanding in terms of individual and departmental responsibilities by sharing information. It helps individuals solving their own problem before others have to become involved. Okay, so when there is a situation come up, so the managers may discuss among them in order to get the resolution. And the resolution may be the best because we get the input from different field. Alright, besides upward, downward, horizontal, we have another one which is diagonal communication. As you see in this slide, it's showing quite not messy but confusing at first. But as you see clearly and you follow the arrows from the management company 1 to management company 2, the management company 2, they can communicate to the technical department under management company 1 without any problem or any issues. And the production in the management company 1, they can communicate to the team leader and the team leader can communicate across the different company, right? So this is diagonal communication. Communication that cuts across existing vertical and horizontal channels. Diagonal communication refers to the communication between managers and workers located in different functional divisions, such as Department A and B. So the managers, okay, they can do the horizontal communication, but also the manager from Department B can communicate people under Department A. That is diagonal communication. It's a cross communication. Occurs when low level of staff department communicates with the higher level staff of the other department and vice versa. For example, a junior staff member may go over the head of his or her immediate superior by telephone, email, or visit a senior technical expert in another area in order to get information, usually in informal organization. And normally it can be happen once get permission from his or her immediate superior. Number two, when the human resource assistant speaks with the marketing manager about hiring of a new employee in marketing, this would be considered diagonal communication. Okay guys, that's all the video about coordinating office communication, which we touch about communication flows. Remember, there are four types. Is it four? Is it four? It is four. Number one is downward, upward, upward, vertical, and diagonal. Okay, bye everyone. I hope you enjoy watching this video.